On 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. At the forward spots, it's Miller and Bridges. In the backcourt, it's Ball and Kneuppel. And it's Diabate in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here's Banchero. To the inside, Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Orlando's front office, Clark, has made it clear they're turning the page on the rebuild, entering the win now phase.
And the reason they're able to make that shift, Kevin, is because they drafted 2 franchise cornerstones. Banchero and Wagner develop quickly and have a lot of runway in front of them.
That's his shot. When Kneuppel gets any... sliver breathing room from deep, he's gonna fire.
Inside, here's Wagner. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Outside, Suggs. Bain kicks to Banchero. Off target from outside. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bridges, no one around him. Drills it from outside.
You know, since entering the league, Bridges has really worked tirelessly on his game, especially the three-point shot, and you see the results of that labor.
Now, here's Banchero. His last outing, he had 18 points. Magic moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Suggs. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Charlotte's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Bounce pass from Bridges. Here's Kneuppel. Guarded by Bain. Here's Ball. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To the paint. Here's Banchero. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA, offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
That free throw, no good. We often see Paolo Banchero with the ball late in the shot clock, Clark, and he usually delivers.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you shut off his dribble drive and then you seal off the retreat, and because he's so strong and good with the ball, he can bump you and get into the spot he wants to. He's got great power, and he's really a good finisher around the goal, too.
Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Now, here's Ball. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Miami.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. And his assist numbers were tremendous.
Now, here's Wagner. Following the miss by Lamelo Ball. Outside, Suggs. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Pass to Carter. There's Wagner with the three. The Hornets pull it in. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed Lamelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight, guys.
Allie, thank you so much. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. Bank shot, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Suggs kicks to Banchero. Pass to Carter. And here is Suggs. Banchero looking around. The shot, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Miller, coming off a solid outing against Miami. Diabate.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Magic trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That evens the score.
The coaching staff encouraging Wagner to take these quick hitting shots. They think it helps his confidence moving forward.
Bridges a screen on Bane. From the arc. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's Banchero. And Bridges with the block.
Boy, a really good shot blocker for a wing. Bridges elevates quickly and has an excellent sense of timing.
Here's Suggs. Still yet to score. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. The Hornets 4th.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Carter, the pass to Banchero. Carter with a screen on Ball. Carter outside. Off target with his 3. Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Kneuppel. Again, the Hornets score.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here is Carter. Now here's Wagner. Carter kicks to Suggs. Clock at 4. They get the rebound. A nice shot by Carter.
Right there. I mean, Carter using his instincts and his motor to track down the miss and convert it into second chance points. That's just really good work.
To the middle. It's stolen by Suggs. Banchero inside. Defended by Bridges. Back to Banchero. Hits it from 3-point range. Now just a 2-point Hornets lead.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Here's Kneuppel. And blocked by Bane. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bane. Mo Wagner's checked in for the Magic. Miller against Wagner. Just 5 on the clock. Nice defense from Wagner. The Magic shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Suggs passes to Banchero. Here's Wagner. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And finished off by Wagner.
Easy pickings for Wagner there, just to reach up and attack the rack like that. That's simple.
White drives in. Makes it off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 2.
Boy, he sure can fill it up. You got to stay in his jersey.
Outside, Bane. Suggs with a screen for Bane. Wagner on the wing. Suggs kicks to Bane. Wagner a screen on Bridges. Here's Banchero for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Miller, no up. And it's the Magic with the ball, trailing by 2, and finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Here's Kneuppel. 10 points for him. Charlotte moving it around. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Kneuppel's got 12 in the game.
Well, this is the kind of production this team wants out of Kneuppel, attacking efficiently without hesitation.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Some changes for Charlotte. Grant Williams is checked in for Miles Bridges. James comes in for Brandon Miller. And Josh Green subbed in for Kneuppel. They get it back. There's Wagner with the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Pass to White. Green with a screen for White. He takes it in, and White slams it in.
Hot off the drive, White is so explosive, leaping off the floor and throwing that one down.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. 1:22 left in the first quarter. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Beautiful touch there. Give White these types of looks consistently, and he's going to make you pay.
Pass to Bitadze. Black with it. White's there. In the corner, it's James. Knocks down the 3 ball. Now it's a 6-point Hornets lead.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Spring music scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
That shot wide open.
Shooting in rhythm. Wagner practices these shots all the time.
On the wing, Williams. Outside, Green. Back to Williams. Williams has a screen for White. The 3. And another 3 for Charlotte.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, Black. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia. Wagner, a screen on White. Down low. And that one's good, Wagner. Wagner's got 6.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And that does it for the first quarter. Hornets lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. James is out there with Grant Williams. Then it's White. Then there's Josh Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. An efficient score, Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for White. And Clark the Magic with 2 good wings in Banchero and Wagner.
Yeah, they certainly have 2 of the better young wings in the league. Both forwards are outstanding at both ends of the floor. You know, it'd be kind of like a college football team with 2 gigantic tight ends. I mean, they're a physical duo, and that makes them formidable in every way.
And both free throws good for White. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. White, good.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Batante wide open. He fires. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
White, good.
And right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, guys. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back over to you.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, we thank you very much. Now here is Carter. Still scoreless. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Hornets leading by 8. White the pass to Green. James looking around. Traps in the tray. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
I think it's all a matter of focus for Williams, and that time he was completely dialed in.
Williams with the steal. Outside, Green. Outside, White. To the paint. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's James, and it's blocked.
No question Anthony Black can be absolutely diabolical denying on defense.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Diabate's checked in. Miller comes in for James. Knuppel's checked in for Josh Green. And it's Ball in for Kobe White. Ball with the bucket.
Sneaking out to the corner. Can't lose Lamelo. He'll make you pay if you do.
Pass to Carter. Looking to end the run. Hornets with the rebound.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Suggs against Ball. Outside Williams. Now Kneuppel. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. 4 on the clock. There's Ball with the 3. Banchero grabs the board. The Magic trail by 16. Inside. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's Kneuppel. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 14 points for Kon Kneuppel. For Orlando, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Carter with a screen on Williams. And Banchero. Here we go. And finished off by Banchero.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
Here's Diabate. A three-pointer is right on target. 17 points for Kon Kneuppel.
That's his 3rd triple of the game. It's the first one in the second quarter.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Bridges, he's checked in for Grant Williams. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Hornets.
It really struck a nice balance between long-range shooting and also attacking the rim. That keeps the defense off balance and keeps things flowing offensively.
Wagner on the wing, covered by Miller. Carter left side. For 3, hands it from downtown. Carter's got 11.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now, here's Ball. That's tipped. Clock at 6. Here's Kneuppel. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. It's a 14-point game. And it's Suggs missing. Charlotte has gone 4 of 7 on 3-point shots in the second quarter. Pass to Diabate. Here's Kneuppel. Jacks up a 3. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to 14, getting a little bit closer on the bucket from Bane. They set the pick. Pass to Kneuppel. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Magic have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Now, here's Wagner. Outside, Bane. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, which should help them cut into that deficit.
Bridges outside. Miller outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Miller's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Carter outside. And it's off from three-point range. Hornets leading by 14. And it's Ball penetrating. Miller kicks to Bridges. Ball with it. Kneuppel wide open, and he fires. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
Carter with a screen on Bridges. Carter outside. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Ball. It's blocked.
Oh, Suggs doing a nice job defensively there. Reacted quickly and got the block.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Ball dishes to Bridges. Here's Kneuppel. Offensive rebound. Ball against Suggs. Now here's Ball. Defense right on him.
Boy, that is great defense from Suggs. He's got all the tools to lock you down and lock you up.
Frozen. Guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
To the wing on the left. There's the triple. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
And here is Ball. Bridges, right side. Rejected by Banchero. Now, here's Suggs. He's tightly guarded. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I like a lot of things about Suggs. His toughness and physicality, though, kind of stand out, especially at both ends of the floor. And I think he just continues to grow as a player.
A free throw drops for Suggs. The unfortunate injury aside, Jalen Suggs-Clark has really come into his own now.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. I mean, hitting his stride in a major way. I mean, he seems to have really figured the game out, how to utilize his gifts and tools. He was always a great defender. Offensively, I think, is where his game has taken the biggest jump.
Both shots good from the stripe. And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. They're hoping these new additions can help.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Ball. Coming off a terrific season, putting up about 25 points per, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And really, he sets the table for this team with his playmaking.
Unselfish, at times to a fault. He just makes everybody around him better.
Here's Bridges. He's coming off a 28-point game against Miami.
Leading him right to the basket with a tremendous pass. Really good execution there.
The Magic trail by 15. Outside, Suggs. Carter outside. Wagner looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Here's Ball. Bridges outside. No good on the triple. Orlando, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. A nice shot by Carter.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
1:49 left to play in the first half. Pass to Diabate. Now Kneuppel. And it's Ball in the corner. Here's the screen to the middle. Ball against Suggs. And finished off by Banchero.
And this kid is just a natural-born scorer. Banchero can post you up, face you up, and also beat you in transition.
Now here's Ball. To the inside. Here's Kneuppel. Out to Bridges. From deep. It's Miller on the wing. And another fast break opportunity here for the Magic. Here we go. Suggs finds Banchero. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. 5 to shoot. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Banchero's got 6 points in the quarter. Ball, the bounce pass. To the paint. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Textbook use of the pick and roll by the rookie Kneuppel. I love how opportunistic this young man is in these sets.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Banchero outside. Carter with a screen on Bridges. The three from Banchero. Another miss by Banchero. And so it's Charlotte holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Orlando Magic. Does this game remind you of anything?
Yeah, Shaq against a dictionary. This guy comes up with his own fake words all the time.
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Magic.
Their long range.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you know, Kon Kneuppel has really been making it happen, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bane and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And here's Miller outside. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got 6 rebounds in the game. Kicks it out to Wagner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Ball's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bridges. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Bane finds Carter. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. A three-pointer, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Carter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Find the lane. 1 shot.
Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
Such great touch from Kon Kneuppel. If you can't drive the lane, the midi is a good option.
Suggs looking around to the middle. Here's Banchero. And Bridges with the block. Down low, Diabate.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, Paolo Banchero is trying to become more vocal. He said being the best player on the team, you've got to speak up. You can't ever be quiet because at the end of the day, I'm a high-Q player. I see the game really well, and if I'm not out there talking the game, it's doing everyone a disservice. Kevin, back over to you.
Outstanding. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Banchero, following the basket by Lamelo Ball. Banchero against Bridges. Banchero inside. Can't hit that one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Wagner a screen on Ball. Wagner passes to Banchero. Bain for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Bain's got 9 points.
And you have to stay connected to Bain. He's too good off the catch.
Ball, the pass to Bridges. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Kneuppel. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Down by 15. Wagner from long range. Carter kicks to Bain. Banchero drives the double. And yes, it's good.
Well, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon, and it's a big reason they've taken the lead.
Wagner against Miller. Miller with a screen on Bain. Here's Kneuppel. Drains the 19-footer. Knippel's got 27.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Bridges passes to Miller. Outside, Ball. The 3. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 19. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
Suggs with the steal. And they're running. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper. Carter's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, we've come to expect Carter to be good for a steady performance, but tonight he's taken over on the offensive end.
There's Ball with the three. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Suggs finds Wagner. On the wing, Bain. 9 points in the game so far.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the first one drops. So both teams changing it up here. That one is no good. And for such a young team, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
And that's their identity. They are elite at that end of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
Now here is Carter. Nothing on the board. Shot clock at 6. It's Black in the corner. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
White up top. Black defending. Here's Diabate. Wagner with the block.
Big time denial that time by Wagner. Well, he put some plaster on that one.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot and get stops.
Charlotte making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Five on the clock. Baseline J on the way. De Silva with the rebound. The Magic trail by 15. Right wing. Here's Black. Wagner as screen on White. And finished off by Wagner.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And it's Goga Bitadze with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Magic. It's a 13-point game. Screen by James. White. And the three ball is good. White's got 16 points.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
And Bitadze throws it down.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Now here's Green. He has yet to score. White inside, working on Black. It's blocked. Here's Green. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. Number 1, the Magic.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
Carter against Green. Pass to Black. Puts up a deep three. Hornets with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Williams finds White. And here is Green. Here's James. Outside, Green. 4 on the shot clock. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
The Magic trail by 17. Carter down low. Guarded by Green. And it's Carter missing. Charlotte has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half.
Yes, sir. Grant Williams rising up.
And it's the Magic with the ball. 1:51 left in the third. Tries the spin move. And the foul called on Grant Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Batadze the pass to Black. Pass to De Silva. No good on the 3. Charlotte leading by 19 points. Over in the corner, Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Here's De Silva. Carter, the pass to Batadze. Inside. And James gets it to go on the assist by Green. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night. Well, Orlando shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Black with it. He's picked up by James. They need this. Green with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Black. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Catching the defender just a little bit out of position allowed Black to earn a trip to the line.
So, Clark, when you watch Anthony Black, size, playmaking, defense, a lot to like here.
That is a fact for sure. The 6th pick in 2023. Shooting was the question mark, still is a bit, but I tell you, that's the one area of the game you've seen over the years. Many players make great strides in refining their shot because of the work they put into it. I don't think he's going to be any different.
And Black drops them both.
Are we calling Anthony Black a guard or point forward to 6'7"? He's got so much size, but I would tend to lean towards him being just a big guard.
White dishes to Green. Williams kicks to White. 6 on the shot clock. And the 3 off target. Over to the wing. Now Black. Batadze, a screen on James. And so it's Charlotte with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Magic trail by 21 and on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. Grant Williams is out there with Miller. Then there's Josh Green. Then it's Kobe White. Now here's Wagner. Back to Bain. 6 to shoot. Wagner with a screen for Bain. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Miller's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here is Miller. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
That free throw good from Miller. Clark, the future of the league is bright with the likes of Brandon Miller roaming the floor.
Yeah, I like him a lot. In 2024, he was third in the Rookie of the Year voting. Chet and Wemby were the two guys ahead of him, and we know how good both of those guys are. I think he's in a great position to continue to grow and potentially be an all-star.
And you think about the balance of power between the conferences. How about this, Greg? In the last 26 years, there have only been 3 Eastern Conference teams favored to win the NBA Finals.
2011 Heat, the 2013 Heat, and then the 2024 Boston Celtics. So for those arguing for top 16 seeding in the playoffs, this might be your go-to stat.
Now here's White. Pass the ball. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by the Magic. Wagner's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Black the pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva. Off target from three-point range. Charlotte leading by 23. Pass the ball. Outside Williams. It's White on the wing. From outside, off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
They set the screen. On the wing, Bain. White covering. Here's Wagner. And Miller with the block.
And good length and athleticism give Miller an advantage at the defensive end.
And the Magic making a change here. Suggs is checked in. Charlotte also making some changes. Bridges comes in for Williams. And it's Kneuppel in for Kobe White. Now here's Ball. Bridges outside. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. The shot misses. Nice defense from Wagner. Orlando's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now, here's Bridges. Miller with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass was coming.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, Lamelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
Magic have gone a dismal 0-for-5 to get the 4th quarter underway. Howard kicks to Richardson. Isaac right side. To end the cold streak, it's rebounded by Salong. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. Pass to Tillman. Here's Hall. Offline with his 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Now Richardson. Isaac outside. The Magic again can't hit. Charlotte's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Man with it. He's defended by Wagner. Hall. A three-pointer off the mark. And for the NBA, anytime there's a blip in the ratings, Clark, you've got those who will begin to criticize the state of the game. Do you find any credence there?
I think in many cases it's a bit of an overreach, an attempt to try to define something simply that's more complex, to have a simple answer for a complex situation. I do think the league is very much on the right track in continuing to listen to criticisms and then evaluate them on their merit.
Now, here's Wagner. It's good.
Wagner grinding down low. Big man putting in the work.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Charlotte in total control. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Charlotte moving it around. There's a screen. Miller inside, working on Black, and it's blocked. Pass to Banchero. Now Carter, covered by Miller. The kick out to Bain. Good on the triple.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Here's Diabate. Down low. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Now, here's Bain. Banchero draws the double. Goes up the baseline, and there's Bain. That's good on the assist from Banchero.
What confidence from Bain. Money from mid-range.
White against Suggs. Suggs with the steal. To the middle. Here's Banchero. Buries it down low.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Miller outside. Diabate controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Hornets lead by 21.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Carter. Now, here's Banchero. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
2 shots.
That free throw, good from Black. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And, Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
And Black drops them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, because you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Bridges misses. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Trailing by 19. A nice shot by Black.
Black favors the corner angle. He likes that shot. He loves the short corner three.
White looking around. Pass to Kon Kneuppel. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And the Magic with possession. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Now, here's Bain. He's guarded close. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Kon Kneuppel.
And what you love about Bane is just how hard he works. His drive to keep getting better on display.
Shoot it two.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Hornets leading by 14. Pass to Kneuppel. And a miss there on the triple.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a three yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Here's Banchero. The shot that time not on target.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys. More desire to secure the ball.
Charlotte no good that time either. Well, Orlando shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Deflects the pass. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
Now, here's Suggs. Shot clock at 6. Now Bane. Fires away from outside. That does not go. Hornets leading by 14. Now Miller. Kneuppel with it. For three. The three goes down.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
It misses. Hornets shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. White outside. Kneuppel setting the pick for White. Now Miller from deep. Banchero vacuums it in. Suggs outside. 1:39 left in the game. Bridges with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Kneuppel. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Now, Suggs, after Paolo Banchero misses from long range. And good that time.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Charlotte.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. Now, here's Banchero. Now Bane lets loose a three. Bridges with the rebound. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so the Hornets can now just hold on to the ball. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, We appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. Now it's time for our player of the game.